party people, hello, here we are with project number 3 from Bargain Bead Box, September 2023. So this, I have some little beads here, not too many beads, and we are going to actually make 2 necklaces with this. So I'm super excited. They should be quick, easy, ready to get done. So yeah, if you have been following along with the mini series, thank you very much. If you are new here, welcome in. If you are not new here, welcome back. And if you are a member, thank you for supporting Thunderhorse Descendant so that we can continue to bring you spectacular beady business. Yeah, so hope everybody's enjoying their Mountain's Majesty bargain bead box this month for September. I really have been enjoying it, quite honestly. I really like it a lot. So let's get down to the mat, get this party started. Alrighty guys, here we are down on the mat. We are going to just create a cute little necklace today, couple actually. This is the design, and then these are the beads that I have for it. We'll take a better look at those here in a second. I need some Ceylon string, and I've got some options here. Ooh, I haven't used the purple yet. Maybe I should. I like that purple. These are some of the options that I have for this situation. I think I might try the purple and maybe a brown. I mean, yeah, I think I might go that way. So this is Ceylon string. We sell this on Thunderhorse Descendant. I don't know if there's any up there right now because we sell a lot of this stuff pretty quick. But this is a 0.5 Ceylon string, and we're gonna use some of that today. I have been really loving just working with string recently. I don't know why. It's just where I'm at with my life, I guess. So let's get down here and take a look at these beads. I'm gonna zoom in a little more. So here's the beads I'm going to be using. As I had said in the plan video, this is not supposed to be like a symmetrical necklace. So I have one of these for here, one for here, one for here, one for here. Kind of just splitting out. Got a couple of these. How many? I got 3, 4. Got a couple of bead caps for each necklace. 4, 4, 5. We'll put him over here. Do 4 on this one. And I don't know if we'll use all of these, but we shall see. Put this extra one over here. So I just thought that these were going to be cute little fun necklaces to do. And so let me just set my design up here. I'm going to do it closer up towards the top. So this is going to be my focal. I'm going to have this guy on one side, this guy on one side. I want to have this guy over here. I want to have this over here. Okay, you just do whatever you want. I'm going to put a couple of next to each other. There's no like rhyme nor reason to this. I'm going to put one of these in the middle. I'm going to cap it. Put him over here, him over here. Do a couple crystals, Yeah. Couple crystals throughout. There we go. Easy peasy. So this is going to be my design. And I think I'm going to try this first one with the purple Ceylon. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm gonna take one wingspan. That's my full wingspan, which is about, I don't know, 4 feet or something. It's like 4.5 feet. I don't know how big it is, honestly. But, so this is for one side. I'm going to go again, full wingspan, which might be a little excessive, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not actually going to be tying knots in this, so I probably wouldn't need that much. But better safe than sorry. So first things first, we got our string cut for each side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put loops on these before we get started. So I just need a few jump rings. Because I like to get my stuff ready to go before I really start just going in with it. Okay. So these are stainless steel oval jump rings. There we go. Okay. Put this one back, put that one back. Actually, I think this one, like, something to that effect. Okay. Now, I think we're ready to rock. So, I'm just going to take this first piece and I'm going to marry up the ends. Okay. Bring it down here. I'm going to have a loop. I'm going to put the loop through this donut and I'm going to lark's head knot. So I'm going to bring the tails through the loop like so. And I'm just going to pull it tight. So I have a lark's head knot. I'm going to come in here with my tweezer and I'm going to tie a knot. So I'm going to wrap this around like so I can hold on to it. I'm going to go through here with the tails once, twice. Okay. I'm going to come with my tweezer, go in through the loop, grab right a hold above the knot. Now I don't want it to be too close, but you know, close enough. And I'm going to let go with my finger. So now you can see this loop is on the tweezer. I'm going to grab a hold of the tails and I'm going to pull this into place. And I just want to make sure that it is down there pretty good. Then I'm going to grab hold of the top and I'm going to push it down while pulling on the tails. Push and pull, so that my knot is firmly in place. Okay. There we go. If you missed all that, don't worry, we're about to do it again because that is for one side. Okay. So I'm going to cover this up so we can really see. Now I'm going to zoom in a little more. So here's our string. We're going to take our string, we're going to marry up the ends. I've already got a knot in it. Don't do that. Make sure there's no knots. Alright, then we're going to marry up the ends. Okay, so now we have a loop. Okay, so now we're going to take our loop, we are going to put our loop through here, like so. Now you're going to take your tails, you're going to go through the loop, lark's head knot. Okay. Okay, then we're going to tie a knot there so that stays in place like the other one. Okay, so to do that, we're going to just wrap this around. I'm going to go through once. I'm going to go through again. We're going to bring in our tweezer through the loop. Hold on to the string, the base string, right above the the lark's head where you want it to be. Now this is on the tweezer. We're going to grab a hold of the tails and pull down. You can wiggle it, do whatever you got to do there. Push it down with your thumbnail, make sure it's pretty tight. Remove the tweezer. Now we're going to grab a hold of it at the top, and we're going to pull the tails and push the tweezer at the same time. Got to be pretty aggressive with it. Want that bad boy to stay right where it needs to be. Okay. And there we go. So now we're ready to rock. Okay. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to pick which side we're going to work on first. I think I'll pick this side just because, why not? There's no rhyme or reason to it. First things first, we got to get our glue. We're going to be using Loctite super glue. You guys have probably seen me do this a million times. We're going to create some needles on our thread. So we're just going to take a little bit of this glue, and we're going to create some stiffness to make needles on this thread. So I want to run it on here at least twice, and I'm twisting the bag. That's on my finger. That's what I hate. You want to twist the bag as you're going. So you want to run that through twice, and then once you have it, you're just going to stick it somewhere it's not going to stick. Okay, then we're going to go again. Take a little more glue, a little dab will do ya. We're going to do this one. Okay, we're twisting, we're going to run it through 2 times. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, we're going to put that over there. Since we're here, we're doing it, we're just going to do the other side as well, because why not? A little more glue. Get all this business done up in one shot. Okay, we're running it through, we're twisting it in. You're twisting it into the fibers, but also you don't want to have a whole bunch of glue, because if you get a whole bunch of glue built up in one spot, it might not go through the bead. Okay. So you want to be careful with that, because we are going to be running both of these through the bead. So there's 1, 2. Alright, this is trashy trash. Give that a hot minute. Make sure it's dry, and then we'll come back and start up again. Alrighty, we should be pretty good by now. So first thing we're going to do is continuing to keep these separated. We are going to take these 2 after they've dried, and we're going to give them a trim. We are going to trim at an angle. We want to create a little sharpness to be able to pick up the beads well. So we're going to go at an angle. Now you can see I did quite a bit of glue, and that's because as we move forward, it's a possibility that these could lose their stiffness and whatever, and you want to have enough where you can like trim a little bit if you need to. So making sure that these are the right two that I need for this side. They're connected to this knot. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to jump right in here and I'm going to start putting on beads. So I'm hopeful that I did not get too much glue on my needles so that I can get these through there, which looks to be going pretty well. And like I said, you can knot these if you want to. I'm not going to knot them, but you can if you want. If that's something you feel like you want to do, you just have yourself a lovely little knotting time. Me, on the other hand, I'm just going to string them up. See, got a lot of glue on there. I'm working it through. So these are supposed to be, like I said, they're not supposed to be asymmetrical. They're not supposed to be symmetrical. They're supposed to look really kind of organic looking, which is what we got going on. So I think we're doing it. Put this longer one first. Ooh, yeah. I was kind of hoping that these drills would be the same, but I knew that there was maybe an option they wouldn't be. So I'm going to pull that one through because now this one has a little more bend in it. And I'm going to hope that I can then get the next one through. Which looks like I can. So now it's not even, so I guess got to make sure I pull that slack out. There we go. I'll put these two next to each other. Looking snazzy. Okay, I want to make sure that, yep, so this oval jump ring is preventing the crystal, like the crystal is preventing it from going over the top because it's an oval jump ring, so that is good. We love that for us. I'm going to come in here with this side. And then nice. Okay, so that's the one side, and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to tie a knot to this. I want to make sure that I am happy with it, which I am. And then I'm going to tie a little knot right here. It's just going to be an overhand knot. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And I don't think that I'm going to make it super tight up against the beadwork. Something's happening. Oh, I got to make sure you got all your tails there. So I'm just going to go ahead and just place a knot here. I'm going to lock it in with that bead. And there we go. One side done. So I'm just going to put this over here. We're going to come on to this side. We're going to do the same thing. And this is a fun design because you could really use this design with any beads, you know. And put it on seal-on string. Seal-on string is pretty tough. Thread. Okie-dokie. Let's see. Let me get through here. So you can see as I started to put on more beads and the glue was getting worked into the string, it became significantly easier to put them on. I think I'll put 2 here. There we go. And then I'm gonna put this lumber. So you just want to check to make sure, pulling one string at a time, that they're, you know, it's even. Oh yeah, that's cute. Cute, cute. And then this little round one here, I want to cap it. So I'm going to use the cap. And I'm going to go crystal. I'm not even concerned that I have the same amount of beads on each side. I know some of you are like, what is happening? I am really not. It's more about, I'm more concentrated on the pattern here from the focal. Like, what does that look like? Because I mean, it's supposed to be wonky, so let's make it wonky, you know? Okay, and I'm gonna put my charm on. Now see, I gotta make sure this is going the right way. I think he's gonna go on this way. Let me see. Huh? No, put him on backwards. Don't do that. Cute. Okay, and then I'm going to put this little one, and I'm going to end on a bigger stone bead. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. It's cute. So I'm going to then pull each one of these to make sure that all the slack is out, and then I'm going to go ahead and just tie again an overhand knot the same way I did on the other side, not necessarily super tight up against the beadwork. You can if you want to. I just tying a knot there to hold everything in place. Now, if I was to hang this up overnight, it's going to stretch out a little bit because that's just how it works when you have knots and stuff. I'm not going to do that right now, but there is a couple of options for finishing this off. So the first option I'm going to show you is really, really simple. So you just leave these. You're just going to leave these. Let's get our tape measure. Oh, who took the tape measure? Hello? Here it is. Let me zoom in. That's the wrong way. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. Let's say we want this guy to be, we're going to use a clasp. So let's say we want him to be 18 inches. We're going to use a clasp. Let's make it 20. Okay, so we're going to put 20 here. So 10. We're going to come over here and we're going to say, okay, here we go. That's where we need to be. Oh, I don't have a marker. I'm going to very carefully try not to write on my bead mat. Okay. We need a clasp. Now I said in this video I was going to use an Old Faithful clasp, so I will in the plan video. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, you could do a lot with this. You really could. You could do a carousel, knot tying, you know, do the carousel all the way up the top. You could tie loose knots. You can leave it flat. You know, there's a lot you could do. But for simplicity, we're going to do one of these numbers. Okay, wait. I lost my marks. There we go. I'm like, hey. Here we go, here we go. Let's see those ones. There they are. There they are. Okay, so I made a mark right here. I'm going to tie a knot right there. How to precisely tie a knot? Right there. I'm going to get this going. I want to make sure that these are flat. And there you are. So I'm looking for the little mark. Okay. Okay, there's my knot. Perfect. Now I'm going to go this side, do the same thing. Ooh, that blue marker was not a good choice. Okay, here it is. Right here. Where are you at there, little blue marker? I don't see you. Oh, it's back here. Then I'm able to pull it right into place. You don't have to be this precise. You could just be like, whatever, it's a knot. I do that all the time. So, okay, now we're all tied off on the end here. So now all we're going to do, let me zoom you back in so you can see, is, again, there's a lot of ways that you could be tying these guys on here. But I'm just going to do it the simplest way, because the simplest way seems like the best way to me. I'm going to go on one of the, let me take this apart so you guys can see. I'm going to go on one of these guys. Okay. Then I'm going to take the other side, the side that the knot is not on, and I'm going to run it back the other way. Okay, I'm going to get this loop. And I'm going to bring this one up through there so that when I pull it, it's almost like a crisscross applesauce situation. And then once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and tie another knot. 1, 2. Now you are going to need your tweezer for this because you want this to be up there pretty close. You're going to go through the loop, Then you're going to grab a hold right on top of that finding. Okay? Pull it down in place, make sure it's tight. Come out of there. Push and pull. Here we are. Perfect. Okay, so there's your one side. I am not worried about this little business right here right now because I got a plan for that. Now we're going to come to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take one of the tails. We're going to put on the finding. Put on the finding. Okay, here it is. Hanging there. Oh, hanging there like a charm, right? Now you're going to take the other one that you do not have it on. You're going to run it back the other way. So you got a crisscross applesauce situation. Okay, you're going to get your loop out of there. Here's your loop. When you've created this loop, you're going to bring this one to the top. Okay. And then you're just going to pull it. Oops, that kind of flipped around when I was messing around there. Okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I feel like it's really twisted up. Okay. So, let's start again. We're going to put it on this one. Okay, we're going to take our other side. We're going to run it back the other way till we create this loop. Once we have this loop, we are then going to take this one over the top. Then we're going to just slowly pull it into place until it crisscross applesauces itself. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Then we're just going to tie a knot. 1, 2, coming in with the tweezer through the loop and grabbing a hold of both strings right above the finding. Pull it down, push and pull, lock it in with this situation. Alright, donezo. So, here we are. Okay. Get you straightened out here. Alrighty. So now that you have this, what you're going to want to do, oh, can't see. I'm going to zoom out. Okay. So it's just a little super cute necklace, right? So what I'm going to do is I got some, let's see what I got. I'm going to grab up a couple of stones here. Stealing these from a different project, so if I'm short on another project, you'll know why. I want to make sure I have a stone for each side, and then maybe just a crystal for each side. These tails. So then all I'm going to do is I am going to, because I still have needles on here, I'm going to take a couple of crystals 1, 2, 3, no, yeah, 3, just for fun. And I'm going to tie a little knot back here. 1, 2. And I want to let it hang down. It's not going to be, doesn't have to be like super close. It's supposed to be dangling. Okay, make sure my knot's going to cover that, which it is. Then I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put on this little rock here. And I'm going to tie another knot. 1, 2. This one I'm going to make shorter. Okay, is it tight enough to hold it? Looks like it is. Yes. Then I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to put on this guy and this guy. Gonna let this one dangle down. And that leaves me with these two little charms, or crystals. Alright, these ones will be shorter. Alrighty. And now all we gotta do is trim these off. I know, it looks like a big old mess when you're far away. Don't look at it far away. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna give those a trim. Give these a trim. Now I am still going to glue these, so I'm not cutting super close to the knot quite yet here. I'm just getting them off of there so it makes a little more sense. Okay. Super cute. Okay, now we're going to come in with the glue. Okay, we're going to do a little smidge glue on each one of these little knots. Little dabble do ya, don't get crazy. Okay, we're going to make sure these knots get a little dab of glue as well. A little smidgy. Just a little smidgy, nothing crazy. Down here, a little smidgy. Down here, a little smidgy. There we go. I'm not going to do the front ones because those are the focal, and I mean, quite honestly, I don't really need to do them, but also I don't want to be shiny. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this sit here, not touch itself or anything else, until those are all dry. But yeah, basically that is the necklace, and it's super cute. So I will come back in a little bit after I know that it's dry. Maybe I'll work on my other one. You guys don't need to see me do this whole thing again. But maybe I'll work on my other one and get that one done. I'll be able to show you both. Alrighty guys, here we are. I'm going to turn this notifications off. Jeez. Do not disturb me. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Here we are. So here's our necklaces. I did, this one is the first one that we did. This one has all been glued and everything. I haven't got the other one glued yet, but here's what it looks like. So with this one, I just left the strings. Loose. With this one, I tied little knots in the strings as it went up, but it's basically the same design. As far as where the stones are placed and everything like that, for the most part, pretty much the same. So there we go. I think they both turned out really good. I think they turned out the way that I thought they were going to turn out. So here's our end result and here's our design. So I got 2 of them, obviously, because that's what I said I was going to do. But yeah, I think they're really cute. I think they're really simple and they're really cute. Ceylon is very durable, so I'm not concerned about this like snapping or anything like that. And I was able to utilize the Old Faithful clasp, which, as you know, is the Old Faithful clasp. So there we go. I quite enjoy how they turned out. I hope you guys, if you do try this, I would love to know if you do try it. It is quite fun to just design with string. No real tools needed as far as like wire wrapping or anything like that. It's very fun. So I hope you guys are having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.